Before we begin the newscast, we just wanted to thank our listeners. We are now starting our third month of PEP Radio. For more information about us, go to our website page. It's on paequality.com. Click the radio tower and you'll be on the right page. From the PEP Radio newsroom, these are the stories we are covering at this hour. The Los Angeles Times is reporting that anyone who watches football has probably seen one of the most arresting ads of the campaign season in recent weeks, showing images of Vice President Kamala Harris superimposed with transgender members of the Biden administration, and a scene lifted from the television show Orange is the New Black of inmates in prison jumpsuits. It's hard to believe it's true, the narrator says. Even the liberal media was shocked. Kamala supports taxpayer-funded sex changes for prisoners and illegal aliens. Kamala is for they, them, the advertisement concludes. President Trump is for you. That mispronunciation of Kamala's name was deliberate. The Trump campaign appears to be banking on two things with the ads: reinforcing its advantage with young male voters and painting Harris as far left with more persuadable voters. Trump's for you? Sure he is. Just ask the Trump rally attendees who were stuck in the desert at Coachella for hours after the event ended. Attendees arrived by bus, but when the event ended, only 3 buses were waiting to take thousands of people back to their vehicles. And that takes us to this story. The San Diego Times is reporting that a Saturday evening campaign rally in Coachella by former President Donald Trump was punctuated by extreme heat, violent ideation, and reports of rallygoers stranded miles from their cars after the event ended. The heat baked attendees at around 100 degrees Fahrenheit for hours on end as they waited for Trump to begin speaking, with accounts of multiple instances of heat exhaustion or heat stroke reported. Trump also called for a protester to, quote, go back home to mommy, to, quote, get the hell knocked out of her, in his latest instance of using violent language when confronted by demonstrators. The protester was ejected from Trump's rally. As the crowd jeered her, Trump said, back home to mommy. She goes back home to mommy. Trump continued, imitating the imagined mother. Was that you, darling? And she gets the hell knocked out of her. Trump has a long history of using violent language about hecklers at his rallies. During his 2016 campaign, he urged his crowds to, quote, knock the crap out of protesters. Instead of one, I'd like to punch him in the face. At the end of the event, many attendees reportedly discovered they had been stranded by shuttle services several miles from their cars and were forced to either wait for alternative transportation or walk back on their own. The abandonment by the shuttles echoed Trump's 2020 campaign rallies when his supporters were stranded at multiple events by the shuttle services and had to walk back to their vehicles alone, sometimes in the freezing cold and snow. For more details on this and our other stories, click on the link on our website. Go to paequality.com and click that little radio tower, and you'll be taken to PEP Radio. Or go up to our menu and click on PEP Radio and drop down to where it says PEP Radio News, and you'll be on the news page. At any rate, we post all of our sources for each video, and we have a link that takes you directly to our YouTube channel, where you can see all of the newscasts that we've created since we began on August 13th. And that's the news at this hour. Now back to more music on PEP Radio.